God is speaking with urgency today. You made a mistake that heaven saw, and if you walk away from this message, you may miss the correction that was meant to restore you. Do not make the mistake of ignoring this moment. I am speaking to you now with a fire you have not felt before. And you must not turn away from these words, because what is being revealed will change what stands before you. I am not whispering today. I am not calling softly from far away. I am standing close and speaking with urgency, because what you did was not unseen, and it did not pass through heaven as something small. You are standing in a moment that carries weight, and if you ignore this, you may miss what was meant to protect you, guide you, and lift you into something greater than the life you are living right now. Stay here and listen, because walking away from this will not leave you unchanged. And the cost of ignoring this moment may follow you longer than you realize. Type Amen if you believe. You must understand this clearly from the beginning. I am not speaking from confusion or emotion without purpose. I am speaking because there was a choice you made that moved outside of what I had placed within you. You knew it was not right. You felt the warning inside your spirit, yet you continued forward anyway. And that choice created a distance that you are starting to feel, even though you cannot fully explain it. I am not angry to destroy you. I am angry because I care for you deeply, and I refuse to let you continue down a path that would quietly strip away what I have prepared for you. This is not a small moment. This is a turning point. And if you remain and listen, you will see clearly what needs to change and what must be restored. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not treat this as ordinary, because what is being spoken is meant to stop you before something greater is lost. I see what is ahead of you, and I see how close you came to moving even further away from what was meant for your life. There are blessings waiting for you. There is protection already surrounding you. But your actions began to push against what was being prepared. And that is why I am calling you back with strength. You are not abandoned, but you are being corrected. And correction is proof that you are still chosen and still held in my hands. Take a moment right now and press like on this video, because your agreement with what is being spoken will open your heart to receive what is about to be restored. You have been carrying something inside you that you tried to ignore. A quiet knowing that what you did not sit right within your spirit. That feeling was not guilt sent to crush you. It was a signal, a warning that you were stepping outside of alignment with what I placed within you. When you ignore that voice, you do not silence it. You only move further from the peace that comes from walking in truth. I am not exposing you to shame you. I am bringing this forward so you can return before more is taken from your path. There is still time for you, but you must respond correctly to what you are hearing now. You must not harden your heart or make excuses for what happened, because excuses will only deepen the distance you are already beginning to feel. I am asking you to face it with honesty, to recognize that you moved in a direction that was not meant for you, and to make the decision to turn back fully. When you do this, you will feel something shift immediately, because I am ready to meet you the moment you take that step. Type 111 to affirm. I am not speaking these words to push you away. I am speaking them to pull you closer than you have been in a long time. You have been distracted. You have allowed things around you to guide your choices instead of listening to what I placed inside you. That is where the mistake began. Not just in the action itself, but in the way you slowly stopped listening to the truth within you. I am restoring that connection now, but you must be willing to receive it and act on it without delay. You are still chosen, and that has not changed for a single moment. But being chosen does not remove responsibility. You are called to walk in a certain way, to move with awareness, to carry the weight of what has been placed on your life with care and intention. When you step outside of that, It affects more than just one moment. It begins to shape the path ahead of you. That is why I am stopping you here, because I will not allow you to continue blindly when I have already marked your life for something greater. There is something ahead that depends on your obedience right now. Something that has been waiting for you to return fully to alignment. If you ignore this correction, you delay what is meant to come into your hands, and you create unnecessary struggle that was never part of your path. I do not want that for you, and that is why my voice is firm today, because I am protecting your future even when it feels uncomfortable in the present. You are not beyond forgiveness, but you must not treat this lightly. You must not think that you can hear this and continue as if nothing happened, because that is where many lose what was meant for them. I am asking you to take this seriously, to let these words settle deeply within you, and to allow them to guide your next steps with clarity and strength. This is where change begins, not in fear, but in truth. And truth is what will bring you back into everything I have prepared for you. There has been a slow drift in your attention, a gradual shift where you began to trust your own reasoning more than the truth I placed inside your heart. It did not happen in one moment. It happened step by step, thought by thought, until what once felt clear began to feel negotiable. You started allowing small compromises, telling yourself they did not matter, convincing yourself that nothing serious would come from them. But those small moments built something larger, and eventually they led you to the decision that brought you here. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am showing you this because I want you to see that this was not random and it was not unavoidable. You had moments where you could have turned back, moments where you felt that inner hesitation, moments where you knew what was right. Each of those moments was an opportunity to stay aligned, but you chose to move past them. I am not saying this to condemn you. I am saying this so you understand how important your awareness is moving forward. You cannot walk forward blindly anymore, not after what you have just experienced. I am calling you into a deeper level of awareness, a place where you pause before acting, where you listen before deciding, where you recognize the difference between what feels easy and what is actually right. This is how you protect what has been given to you, and this is how you stay in alignment with what I am doing in your life. Type yes to affirm. You must also understand that what you did not just affect you, even if it seemed personal at the time. Your choices carry weight, and they reach further than you can see. There are things connected to your life that depend on your obedience. Things that shift when you move in the right direction, and things that become delayed when you move away. This is why I am speaking with such urgency, because your life is not isolated. It is connected to purpose, to timing, and to outcomes that go beyond what you can see right now. I am not asking you to live in fear. I am asking you to live with awareness and responsibility. Fear will push you into hiding, but awareness will bring you into clarity. You do not need to run from what happened. You need to face it fully and allow it to transform how you move from this moment forward. That is how growth happens. Not by avoiding truth, but by stepping into it with honesty and strength. There is also something you must release. something you have been holding on to that influenced the decision you made. It may be a desire, a habit, or a way of thinking that you have allowed to take root over time. You cannot carry that forward and expect things to change because it will continue to lead you back to the same place. I am asking you to let it go completely. Not partially, not temporarily, but fully and without hesitation. This may feel difficult, but you are not doing it alone. I am with you in this, and I will give you the strength you need to release what is no longer meant to stay in your life. You have more power than you realize, and that power becomes active when you align your will with what you know is right. Do not underestimate what you are capable of. When you choose correctly, type 777 to receive blessings. You are also being reminded of something important, something you once understood clearly, but began to forget. You are not ordinary, and your life is not meant to follow the same patterns as everyone around you. There is something placed within you that requires discipline, awareness, and commitment. And when you ignore that, you begin to feel the tension that you have been experiencing. That tension is not meant to harm you. It is meant to bring you back to yourself. I am restoring your clarity now, and you will begin to notice it in small ways at first. You will feel a stronger sense of knowing, a clearer understanding of what to do and what to avoid. Do not ignore those moments because they are part of how I guide you. When you feel that clarity, act on it without delay, because hesitation is where confusion begins to return. There is also a shift happening around you, something that is being prepared even now as you listen. This shift will require you to be ready, not just emotionally, but mentally and spiritually. You cannot step into what is coming if you are still holding on to the patterns that led you away. That is why this moment is so important, because it is preparing you for what is ahead. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. This correction is not the end of something. It is the beginning of something new that requires a different version of you. A version that listens more closely, that moves more carefully, and that understands the weight of each decision. This is growth, even if it feels uncomfortable. And this is how you step into what has been waiting for you. There will be moments after this where you are tested again, where the same patterns try to return, where the same choices present themselves in different forms. You must remember this moment when that happens. You must remember how clearly you can see now, how strongly you can feel what is right, and you must choose differently. That is how you break the cycle. Not by avoiding the test, but by responding differently when it comes. I am not finished with you, and your story is not defined by this mistake. What defines you is what you do after it. How you respond, how you change, and how you move forward with what you have learned. This is your opportunity to step into something greater, to become more aligned than you have ever been before. You are still under my protection, still surrounded by what has been placed around you for your good. But protection does not replace responsibility, and blessing does not remove the need for obedience. You must walk in both, understanding that they work together, not separately. You have been given clarity, and clarity always comes with responsibility. It is easy to hear something powerful in a moment like this and feel ready to change. But true change is not proven in one moment. It is proven in the choices that follow. You must carry this awareness with you beyond this moment, into your daily actions, into your thoughts, into the way you respond when no one else is watching. That is where your transformation becomes real. Not in what you feel now, but in what you choose next. There is something you must guard more carefully than before, and that is your attention. Where your attention goes, your actions follow, and where your actions go, your path begins to form. You have allowed your attention to be pulled in directions that slowly led you away from what you knew was right. It did not happen loudly. It happened quietly through distractions, through influences, through moments where you chose not to resist what you knew you should avoid. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20 times faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. From this point forward, you must become more intentional with what you allow into your mind and your focus. Not everything that feels normal is safe for you, and not everything that others accept is meant for your life. You are being called to a higher level of awareness, and that requires you to filter what you take in and what you act on. This is not about restriction. It is about protection, because what is ahead of you requires a clear and disciplined mind. Type 222. If you trust God, you must also understand that your environment plays a role in your choices. Even when you believe you are in control, the people around you, the conversations you engage in, the habits you entertain, all of these shape your thinking more than you realize. When you surround yourself with what pulls you away from truth, it becomes easier to justify what you should resist. That is why you must be more careful now, more selective about what you stay connected to and what you allow to influence you. There are some things you will need to step back from, not because they are always wrong, but because they are not right for you at this time. You are in a season where clarity and alignment matter more than comfort. And that means you may need to step away from certain patterns or influences that once felt familiar. This is not loss. This is preparation, because what is ahead of you requires a higher level of focus. You may feel a sense of separation as you begin to make these changes, a feeling that you are no longer connected to certain people or habits the way you once were. Do not mistake this for loneliness, because it is actually evidence of growth. You are moving into a place where your choices are more intentional, and that naturally changes how you relate to what surrounds you. Stay steady in this, because this shift is necessary for what is being prepared in your life. Type 122 if you trust in Jesus. There is also something you must rebuild within yourself, something that became weakened when you ignored what you knew was right. That is your trust in your own ability to listen and respond correctly. When you go against what you know, it creates doubt, not only about your actions, but about your ability to choose wisely. I am restoring that now. But you must take part in that restoration by choosing correctly when the next moment comes. Each time you choose what is right, even in small ways, you strengthen that trust again. You begin to feel more confident, more grounded, and more aligned with what you know you are meant to do. This is how you rebuild yourself, not through one great decision, but through steady and correct choices over time. Do not rush this process, and do not expect it to happen all at once, because true restoration is built step by step. You are not the same as you were before this moment. Even if everything around you appears unchanged, something has shifted inside you. Something is calling you to move differently, think differently, and act with greater awareness. Do not ignore that shift, because it is part of your growth, and it is leading you into a version of yourself that is stronger and more aligned than before. There is also a protection that remained over you, even through your mistake. You were not allowed to fall as far as you could have, and you were not left without guidance. I was there even when you were not listening, and I limited what could happen so you would still have the opportunity to return. That protection is still with you. But it does not mean you can move carelessly. It means you have been given another chance to walk correctly. You must not take that lightly, because not everyone recognizes when they are being corrected. Many continue without awareness, repeating the same patterns until they lose what was meant for them. You have been given the ability to see, to understand, and to change. And that is something you must value deeply. Do not waste this moment by returning to what you have already been shown to leave behind. There is something ahead that will require your full attention. Something that will test whether you truly changed or simply felt something for a moment. When that moment comes, you must remember what you have learned here. You must remember the clarity, the awareness, and the understanding that you have been given. That is what will guide you through it successfully. You are not alone in this process, and you are not expected to figure everything out on your own. I am guiding you step by step, even when it does not feel obvious. There will be moments where you feel unsure, but if you pause and listen, you will know what to do. That inner knowing is not random. It is part of how I lead you. You have been holding on to certain thoughts that you knew were not fully right. Yet, you entertained them, revisited them, and slowly allowed them to shape how you see things. These thoughts may have seemed harmless at first, but they created a space where compromise began to feel acceptable. When you allow your inner world to drift, your outer life will eventually follow. And that is exactly what happened. I am not only calling you to change your actions, I am calling you to guard your inner world with greater strength than before. This is where true discipline begins, not in what others can see, but in what only you know. The quiet moments, the hidden thoughts, the decisions that happen when no one is watching. These are the places where your path is truly formed. If you become strong in those moments, nothing outside of you will easily move you away again. But if you remain careless within, you will continue to face the same struggles no matter how much you try to change externally. Type 10. To claim miracles, you must now begin to replace what has been inside you with what is true and aligned with your purpose. You cannot simply remove something and leave that space empty, because emptiness will invite the same patterns back in. You must fill that space with clarity, with truth, with a renewed commitment to walk in a way that reflects who you are meant to be. This is not something that happens once. It is something you must practice daily until it becomes natural to you. There will be moments when your old thoughts try to return, when familiar feelings try to pull you back into the same mindset. Do not be surprised by this, because change always faces resistance in the beginning. What matters is how you respond when those moments come. You must not entertain them. You must not allow them to settle again. You must recognize them quickly and choose differently without hesitation. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This is how you take control of your path again, not by avoiding struggle, but by responding correctly when it appears. You are stronger than what you have been allowing yourself to believe. And that strength becomes visible when you choose what is right, even when it feels difficult. Each time you do that, you weaken the hold of what once controlled you, and you move further into the life that has been prepared for you. Type 777 to receive blessings. There is also something you must forgive within yourself, because holding on to guilt will not help you move forward. Guilt can keep you stuck in what has already passed, and it can make you feel as though you are unworthy of what is still ahead. That is not the truth, and that is not what I want for you. You must acknowledge what happened, learn from it, and then release the weight of it so you can move forward with clarity and strength. You are not defined by your mistake, and you are not disqualified because of it. What matters now is how you respond, how you grow, and how you choose to move from this point forward. I have not withdrawn my hand from your life, and I have not removed what has been prepared for you. But you must walk differently now because you have been shown what happens when you ignore what you know. There is a new level of awareness opening within you, and it will begin to change how you see everything around you. You will start to notice things more clearly, to understand situations more deeply, and to recognize what is right and what is not with greater precision. This is not coincidence. This is part of your growth, and it is something you must embrace fully. Do not rush past this phase, because it is shaping you into someone who can carry more, who can handle more, and who can walk with greater confidence and stability. The discomfort you may feel is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is changing. Growth does not always feel easy, but it always leads to something better when you stay aligned with it. There is also a deeper connection being restored between you and me, something that may have felt distant before, but is now becoming clearer again. When you begin to listen more closely, when you begin to act with awareness, that connection strengthens naturally. You will begin to feel more guided, more supported, and more certain of the direction you are meant to take. Do not ignore that connection when you feel it, because it is part of how I lead you. It may not always come in loud or obvious ways, but it will always be clear enough for you to recognize if you are paying attention. Trust that. Follow it and allow it to guide your decisions moving forward. You are being prepared for something that requires this level of awareness, something that cannot be handled with the same mindset you had before. That is why this moment is so important, because it is shaping you into someone who can carry what is coming without being pulled away again. You are not being held back. You are being built up, even if it does not feel comfortable right now. You must begin to slow down in the way you move through your days, because rushing is where mistakes begin to hide. When you move too quickly, you do not give yourself the space to recognize what is right and what is not. You react instead of choosing. And in that reaction, you become vulnerable to repeating the same patterns that brought you here. Slowing down does not mean stopping your life. It means becoming intentional in how you think, how you speak, and how you act. There will be moments where you feel pressure to act quickly, to respond immediately, to follow what others are doing without taking the time to reflect. In those moments, you must pause, even if only for a brief moment, and check what you feel inside. That pause is where clarity lives, and that clarity will guide you away from what is not meant for you. Do not ignore that pause again, because it is one of the most powerful tools you have been given. Type 1:1. If you walk by faith, you must also become more honest with yourself than you have been before. There were times when you knew exactly what you were doing, yet you chose to convince yourself that it was acceptable. That kind of self-deception is subtle, but it is dangerous because it allows you to move away from truth without fully realizing it. From this point forward, you must be direct with yourself, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it requires you to admit something you would rather avoid. Honesty within yourself creates clarity, and clarity protects you from making the same mistakes again. When you are honest, you do not have to guess whether something is right or wrong. You already know. That knowing becomes your guide, and it keeps you grounded even when everything around you feels uncertain. This is how you build stability within yourself, by refusing to hide from what is true. Type 1:212 to to affirm your faith. There is also a need for you to rebuild your discipline, because discipline is what sustains change over time. Without discipline, even the strongest moments of clarity can fade, and you can find yourself slowly returning to what you have already left behind. Discipline is not about restriction. It is about consistency, about choosing what is right again and again until it becomes part of who you are. You must begin to create small, consistent habits that keep you aligned with what you now understand. These do not need to be large or overwhelming, but they must be steady and intentional. Each small action reinforces your commitment, and over time those actions build a foundation that becomes difficult to break. This is how you ensure that what you are learning now becomes a permanent part of your life. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it connects with a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It has already changed the lives of thousands in only weeks. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate. The page could disappear at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. You may feel resistance as you begin practicing this, because your old patterns will try to draw you back into what feels familiar. That resistance does not mean you should stop. It means you are moving in the right direction. Growth always challenges what has been comfortable, and it asks you to remain committed even when returning to what you know feels easier. There is also something you must protect, and that is your peace. When you move out of alignment, peace begins to fade, and you are left with an uneasiness you cannot fully explain. You felt that before, and you know how it affected you, even if you did not understand the reason clearly at the time. That peace is not something to treat lightly, because it is one of the clearest signs that you are walking in the right direction. From this moment forward, you must pay attention to your peace, not only in major decisions, but in small ones as well. If something disturbs your peace, do not ignore it. Do not push it away. Take it seriously and look at it closely. That disturbance is often a signal that something is not aligned, and it is giving you the chance to correct it before it grows into something larger. You are also being called to trust more deeply than you have before, not only in me but in the process unfolding in your life. There will be moments when you do not fully understand why certain things are happening or why certain changes are needed. In those moments, you must trust that there is purpose behind what you are experiencing, even if you cannot see it yet. Trust does not remove uncertainty, but it gives you the strength to keep moving through it. When you trust, you do not need to control every outcome. You allow yourself to follow what you know is right, even when the path has not been fully revealed. This is how you move with confidence. Not because you have all the answers, but because you are grounded in what you know is true. There is a strengthening happening within you right now, something that will become more evident as you continue to walk in alignment. You will begin to notice that you are less easily influenced, less easily distracted, and more certain in your decisions. That strength is not coming from your own effort alone. It is coming from your willingness to align with what you have been shown. Do not lose sight of this moment. Do not allow it to fade into something you remember but no longer act on. Carry it with you. Let it shape your actions and let it guide your choices in every area of your life. This is not just about avoiding another mistake. This is about becoming the person you were always meant to be, someone who walks with clarity, strength, and purpose. Many feel strong when the truth is right in front of them, but strength is proven when that feeling fades and the choice still remains. That is where your commitment will be tested, and that is where your transformation becomes real. You must prepare yourself for the quiet moments that will come, the moments when nothing feels urgent, when everything seems normal again, and when the weight of this correction begins to feel distant. Those are the moments where many fall back into old ways, not because they forgot, but because they stopped paying attention. You must not allow that to happen, because what you have received is meant to stay active within you. Not just during this moment, but in every step you take moving forward. There will be a temptation to relax your awareness, to believe that you are now safe from repeating what happened. But that is where caution is needed. Confidence without awareness can lead you back into the same patterns. And that is why you must stay grounded, not in fear, but in understanding. You now know how easily small decisions can lead to larger consequences, and that knowledge must guide you every day. Type yes if you choose to stay aligned. You must also begin to recognize the difference between what feels comfortable and what is actually right. There will be times when the easier path will appear more appealing, when it will seem harmless to follow what feels familiar. But you have already seen where that leads, and you must not allow comfort to become your guide. Truth must be your guide now, even when it requires more effort, even when it asks you to step away from what once felt natural. This is where maturity begins to grow within you, not in what you say or what you intend, but in what you consistently choose. Each correct decision builds something stronger within you, something that cannot be easily shaken by circumstances or emotions. You are being shaped into someone who can stand firm, someone who does not drift easily, someone who remains steady even when everything around you changes. Type 222, to trust the process. There is also something you must watch carefully, and that is the way you speak to yourself. After a mistake, it is easy to become critical, to speak with harshness, to remind yourself of what went wrong again and again. That kind of thinking will not help you grow. It will only weaken your confidence and make you more likely to fall again. You must learn to speak to yourself with truth, not with condemnation. Because truth builds you, while condemnation tears you down. You must remind yourself that you have been corrected, not rejected, and that you have been given another chance to walk in alignment. This is not something to take lightly, but it is also not something to use against yourself. You are moving forward now, and your focus must remain on what you are becoming, not on what has already passed. There will be times when you feel uncertain again, when clarity is not as strong as it feels right now. In those moments, you must return to what you have already learned, not by searching for something new, but by standing firm in what you already know. You do not need a new answer every time. You need consistency in applying what has already been revealed to you. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are also entering a phase where your discernment will become sharper, where you will begin to notice things that you may have overlooked before. Pay attention to that, because it is part of your growth and it is meant to guide you. When something feels off, do not ignore it. Do not push it aside. Take it seriously and respond accordingly. This increased awareness is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to protect you. It will help you avoid situations that could lead you back into old patterns, and it will guide you toward choices that align with what has been prepared for you. Trust that process, even when it feels unfamiliar, because it is leading you in the right direction. There is also a strengthening happening in your ability to say no, something that you may have struggled with before. You may have found it difficult to step away from certain situations, to resist certain influences, or to choose differently when it felt uncomfortable. That is changing now, and you must embrace that change. Saying no is not a loss, it is a protection. It is how you maintain alignment, how you guard what has been given to you, and how you stay on the path that has been set before you. You will not always be understood when you make these choices, and that is something you must accept. Not everyone will see what you see, and not everyone will understand why you choose differently. But you are not called to follow what others understand. You are called to follow what is right. That is what will set you apart, and that is what will keep you aligned with what has been prepared for you. Stay firm in that, even when it feels difficult, even when it requires you to stand alone. You are not truly alone, because I am with you in every step you take. I see your effort. I see your desire to change, and I am guiding you even when it does not feel obvious. There will be moments where you feel unsure, but if you pause and listen, you will always find the direction you need. This is a new level for you, a new way of living that requires more awareness, more discipline, and more commitment. But it also brings more clarity, more peace, and more strength than you have experienced before. You are not losing anything by walking this path. You are gaining everything that was meant for you. There is a quiet responsibility settling over you, something that may feel unfamiliar but is necessary for where you are going. You are being trusted with greater awareness, and that awareness must be protected through your actions. It is not enough to understand what is right. You must now live it consistently, even in moments that seem small or unimportant, because it is in those small moments that your path is shaped most deeply. You must begin to notice how often your choices are influenced by habit rather than intention. There are patterns within you that have been repeated so many times that they feel natural, even when they are not aligned with what you now understand. Breaking those patterns will require effort, and it will require you to pause before acting in ways that once felt automatic. This is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are becoming more aware. Type 777 to receive blessings. You will also need to strengthen your patience, because change does not always produce immediate visible results. There will be moments where you are doing the right thing, yet you do not see the outcome you expect right away. In those moments, you must not lose heart or begin questioning your direction. What is being built inside you takes time, and what is being prepared for you is unfolding in ways you cannot fully see yet. Patience will keep you steady when the results are not immediate, and it will protect you from slipping back into old habits because of frustration. You must trust that every right decision is adding to something greater, even when you cannot see the result in that exact moment. This is how you move forward with confidence, not by chasing fast results, but by staying committed to what is right over time. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There is also a need for you to become more aware of your emotions, because they have influenced the way you make decisions. There were moments when you allowed what you felt to lead you more than what you knew, and that is where you became vulnerable. Emotions are not wrong, but they are not always dependable guides, especially when they are shaped by temporary situations. From now on, you must learn to feel without immediately acting on what you feel. You must give yourself space to understand what is happening inside you before you make a decision. This will help you avoid reacting in ways you later regret, and it will allow you to remain aligned even when your emotions feel strong. You are also being called into a deeper level of self-control, something that can become one of your greatest strengths if you continue developing it consistently. Self-control is not about refusing yourself everything. It is about choosing what is right, even when something else feels easier or more attractive. It is about staying loyal to what you know, regardless of what you feel in the moment. This may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Each time you practice self-control, you build strength within yourself, and that strength makes future decisions easier. Over time, what once felt difficult will begin to feel natural, and what once tempted you will begin to lose its power over you. There is also something important you must remember when you feel pulled back toward old patterns. The outcome will not change simply because time has passed. What brought you here before will bring you here again if you choose the same path. Do not convince yourself that it will be different, because that is how you return to the same cycle. What secret did elites once use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. Instead, you must remind yourself of what you have learned, of the clarity you have been given, and of the direction you are now choosing. This is how you protect yourself, not by avoiding temptation completely, but by responding differently when it appears. You are also growing in your ability to recognize what is truly valuable, and that will begin to change what you prioritize in your life. Things that once seemed important may begin to lose their hold on you, while things that truly matter will become clearer. This shift is part of your growth, and it will help you make decisions that align more closely with your purpose. Do not resist this change, even if it feels unfamiliar. It is leading you toward a life that is more aligned, more peaceful, and more stable than what you have known before. You are not losing anything that was meant for you. You are releasing what was holding you back. There is also a strengthening in your sense of direction, something that will become more noticeable as you continue to walk in alignment. You will begin to feel more certain about your choices, more confident in your decisions, and less influenced by what others are doing. This is not pride, it is clarity, and it is something you must embrace. You are not meant to follow confusion. You are meant to walk with understanding. That understanding is growing within you now, and it will guide you if you continue to listen and act on what you know is right. You must also remain aware that growth is a continuous process, not something that happens once and is complete. There will always be new levels, new challenges, and new opportunities to learn and improve. Do not become comfortable in a way that leads to carelessness, because that is how progress begins to fade. Stay committed to what you are becoming. Stay aware of your choices, and stay grounded in the truth that has been revealed to you. This is how you continue to move forward. This is how you remain aligned, and this is how you step fully into everything that has been prepared for your life. You must begin to show up in your life with the same awareness, even when nothing feels urgent. When there is no pressure, no strong emotion, no immediate consequence, that is where your true discipline is revealed. It is easy to choose correctly when everything feels intense, but it is in the ordinary moments that your path is truly formed. You must treat those moments with the same level of care because they carry just as much weight. There will be days where you feel less motivated, where the clarity you feel now seems distant, and where your mind tries to pull you back into familiar ways of thinking. You must not rely on feeling to guide you in those moments. You must rely on what you know, on what has already been revealed to you, and on the commitment you have made to walk differently. This is how you remain steady. not by waiting to feel ready, but by choosing to act regardless of how you feel. Type 1 to stay aligned. You must also begin to measure your progress differently. Do not look only for large changes or immediate results, because growth often happens in ways that are not immediately visible. Look at your daily choices, your responses, your ability to pause and choose what is right, even when it is difficult. These are the true signs that you are moving forward, even if nothing around you has changed yet. There will be moments where you feel as though nothing is happening, where you question whether your effort is making a difference. In those moments, you must remain patient and trust that what is being built within you is preparing you for something that requires this level of discipline. Not everything shows itself immediately, but everything you are doing is contributing to what is ahead. Type 2 to trust the process. You are also learning to become less reactive, something that will protect you in ways you have not fully understood before. When you react quickly, you give control to whatever is happening around you. But when you pause and respond with intention, you remain in control of your path. This is a powerful shift, and it will begin to change how you experience situations that once felt overwhelming. You must practice this intentionally, especially in moments where you feel pressure or strong emotion. Those are the moments where your old patterns may try to return, and those are the moments where your growth will be tested. If you can remain steady there, if you can pause and choose correctly, you will begin to see how much stronger you have become. There is also a deeper level of focus that you must develop, because distractions have played a role in pulling you away before. You have allowed things that do not truly matter to take your attention, and over time, that has weakened your ability to stay aligned. From now on, you must be more selective with what you focus on, because your attention is one of your most valuable resources. What you give your attention to will shape your thoughts, your decisions, and your direction. If you allow distractions to take over, you will slowly drift again without realizing it. But if you guard your attention and keep it aligned with what is true, you will remain steady and clear even when everything around you feels uncertain. You are also being called to simplify your approach, because complexity can sometimes create confusion. You do not need to overthink what you have been shown. You do not need to search for something more complicated. The truth has already been made clear to you, and your responsibility is to follow it with consistency. Keep it simple, keep it clear, and stay committed to what you know is right. There is strength in simplicity, and there is clarity in staying focused on what matters. When you begin to add unnecessary complexity, you create space for doubt and hesitation. You must not allow that, because hesitation is where mistakes begin to return. You are also learning to trust yourself again, not in a way that leads you away, but in a way that is rooted in alignment. When you listen to what you know is right and act on it consistently, you begin to rebuild your confidence in your own decisions. This is important because without that trust, you may begin to second-guess yourself and become uncertain. Each correct choice strengthens that trust, and over time it becomes something you can rely on. You will begin to feel more certain, more grounded, and more stable in your direction. This is not something that happens instantly, but it is something that will grow as you remain consistent. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, clear debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also a deeper sense of peace that will begin to settle within you as you continue to walk in alignment. This peace is not dependent on your circumstances. It is a result of knowing that you are moving in the right direction. You may still face challenges. You may still encounter difficulties, but that inner peace will remain because you are no longer moving against what you know is true. You must protect that peace because it is a sign that you are aligned. When you feel it, hold on to it, and when you notice it fading, take the time to understand why. That awareness will help you stay on track and avoid returning to what disrupted it before. You are being shaped into someone who is steady, aware, and disciplined. Someone who does not drift easily and does not lose direction when life becomes difficult. This is not something that forms overnight, but it is already beginning to take shape within you. A rooted life is not moved by every influence. It does not bend under every feeling, and it does not forget what has been revealed once the moment becomes quiet. This is where you must now stand, not only aware, but anchored in what you know to be true. You must begin to understand that stability is built over time, not through one single decision, but through a series of consistent and aligned choices. Every time you choose correctly, you place another layer beneath your feet, something that makes it harder for you to be shaken. But every time you become careless, you weaken that foundation, even if the effect is not obvious immediately. That is why you must handle every choice with intention, because every choice is helping shape what you are building within yourself. There will be moments when your old ways appear easier, moments when your mind tries to convince you that one small step backward will not matter. You must not agree with that thought, because you have already seen how small steps can grow into larger consequences. What you allow once becomes easier to allow again, and that is how old patterns return without warning. You must remain firm, not because you are afraid, but because you understand what is at stake now. Type Amen to stay rooted. You must also begin living with a deeper sense of purpose in your daily actions. This does not mean every moment must feel important, but it does mean you move with awareness of who you are becoming. You are no longer living without direction. You are no longer moving without understanding. There is purpose behind your growth, behind your discipline, and behind the choices you are making now. When you remember that, it becomes easier to remain committed, even when things feel ordinary. You are not only making better decisions, you are building a life that reflects what has been placed within you. That is something that requires care, attention, and consistency, because it is not created by accident. It is built through intention. Type 1111 to affirm your path. There is also a strength that is becoming part of you, something that will allow you to stand firm even when you are tested again. That strength is not loud. It is not something that needs to prove itself. It is quiet and steady. It shows itself in your ability to say no when needed, to pause before acting, and to remain aligned even when it feels difficult. This is the strength that will carry you forward, and it is something you must continue to develop. You must also learn to trust the process of your growth without needing constant confirmation. There will be times when you do not feel a strong sense of direction, when everything feels calm and uneventful. In those moments, you must not assume that nothing is happening. Growth continues even in stillness, and what is being built within you does not always reveal itself immediately. Trust that what you are doing matters, even when you cannot see the result. Trust that your consistency is shaping something real, something that will become clear in time. This is how you remain steady, not by needing constant signs, but by knowing that you are aligned. There is also something you must release completely, and that is the desire to return to what once felt familiar but was not right. Familiarity can be deceptive because it can make something feel safe even when it is not aligned. You must not allow familiarity to pull you back, because you are no longer the same person who once accepted those patterns. You have grown, you have seen clearly, and you have been given the opportunity to move forward with a different understanding. Do not trade that for what is comfortable, because comfort without alignment will always lead you away from what is meant for you. You must choose what is right, even when it feels unfamiliar, because that is where your future is. There is also a deeper peace that will continue to grow within you as you remain aligned. This peace is not temporary. It is something that becomes stronger the more consistent you are. It will guide you, it will steady you, and it will remind you when something is not right. You must listen to it, because it is one of the clearest ways you are being led. When you feel that peace, you are aligned. When you feel it disturbed, you must pay attention and respond accordingly. This awareness will protect you from drifting again, and it will keep you grounded even when everything around you feels uncertain. You are also becoming more resilient, more capable of handling challenges without losing your direction. Before, you may have been easily influenced by what you felt or what others did, but now you are learning to stand firm. This resilience will continue to grow as you remain committed, and it will become one of your greatest strengths. Do not underestimate how much you have changed already. Even if it does not feel complete, what you have gained is real, and it will continue to grow as long as you protect it. This is not the end of your growth. It is the continuation of something that will shape your life in ways you are only beginning to understand. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You must carry this forward with intention, with awareness, and with a commitment that does not depend on how you feel in the moment. This is how you remain aligned. This is how you stay rooted. And this is how you step into everything that has been prepared for you. Now you must understand something that many never fully grasp. And it is this: remaining aligned is not a single decision. It is a daily surrender of your will to what you know is right. It is not dramatic. It is not always noticeable, but it is constant. Every day you are given the choice to move in truth or to drift into what feels easier. And every day you must choose with awareness. This is where your life will either stay steady or begin to weaken again. You are no longer walking in uncertainty as you once did. You have seen what happens when you ignore what is placed inside you, and you have felt the distance that follows. That experience was not meant to harm you. It was meant to awaken you. Now that you are awake, you must not fall back into a state of carelessness, because what you now know carries responsibility. You cannot pretend not to see what has already been revealed to you. There will be moments when your mind tries to justify small compromises again. It will tell you that it is not serious, that it does not matter, that you can allow it just this once. You must recognize that voice immediately, because it is the same pattern that led you away before. Do not entertain it. Do not negotiate with it, and do not give it space to. God says, I want you to be with this person. The name will shock you. It's very urgent. Listen to God now before it's too late. Don't skip God. Do not turn away from this moment, because what I am revealing is not small. And if you skip this, you may miss something that was meant to change your life in ways you have been quietly praying for. I am speaking directly to your heart, not to the crowd, not to the noise, but to you, because this connection I am placing before you is part of something I have been preparing long before you understood it. The urgency you feel is real, and it is not fear. It is a divine push to pay attention before the opportunity passes by unnoticed. I am guiding you toward a person whose name will surprise you, whose presence will awaken something you thought had been lost, and whose role in your life has already been written in places you cannot yet see. Type yes to affirm. You have been asking me for clarity, for love that is real, for a connection that does not break under pressure. And now I am answering you in a way that feels unexpected, because you were not looking in this direction. I am not bound by your expectations, and I do not move according to your timeline, but I always move with purpose, and this person is part of that purpose. The reason the name will shock you is because you have either overlooked them, misunderstood them, or placed them in a space that did not allow you to see their true place in your life. What I am doing now is opening your eyes so you can recognize what has been in front of you, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. Take a moment and press like on this video as a sign that you receive what I am about to unfold in your life, because this act of faith opens your heart to what I am aligning for you. You are not here by accident. And this message is not random, because I do not bring urgency without reason, and I do not call your attention unless something important is unfolding. The person I am speaking about carries a connection to you that goes deeper than surface feelings, and even if you have tried to ignore it, your spirit has already recognized them. There have been moments where you felt a strange pull, a sense of familiarity, or a quiet peace when you thought of them. And those moments were not imagined. Those moments were me gently showing you what is real, even when your mind tried to dismiss it. You have been hurt before, and because of that, you built walls that made you cautious. And I understand that pain because I have seen every tear and every disappointment. But I am not asking you to return to the same patterns that hurt you. I am asking you to step into something different, something that carries my protection and my intention. This person is not here to repeat your past. They are here to be part of your healing, part of your growth, and part of the life I am shaping for you. You must not let fear block what I am bringing, because fear will always try to silence what is meant to elevate you. There is a reason I am saying listen now before it is too late. Because delay can cause you to miss what is right in front of you. Opportunities that come from me do not always wait forever. And when I call your attention, it is because the timing is active and important. You may feel hesitation, you may feel confusion, but deep within you, there is a knowing that something about this is different. That knowing is not from your thoughts. It is from me, and I am asking you to trust it, even if it does not fully make sense yet. The name that will come to your mind, or that you are already thinking about, is not random. And the more you try to push it away, the more it returns, because it is meant to be acknowledged. I'm not forcing you, but I am guiding you. And guidance requires your willingness to listen. This connection is not built on coincidence. It is built on purpose, and purpose does not appear without intention. I have been aligning circumstances, moments, and even conversations to bring you closer to recognizing what I have placed before you. You may wonder why now, why this moment, and why this urgency. And the answer is simple, because you are ready, even if you feel unsure. Growth often feels uncomfortable at first, but it leads you into places you were meant to reach. This person will stretch you in ways that help you become stronger, but they will also bring a peace that does not leave you confused, a presence that feels stable, and a connection that does not leave you empty. This is how you will recognize that what I am telling you is true, because anything that comes from me carries clarity, not disorder. Type 777 to receive blessings. You are not alone in this, and you are not being asked to understand everything on your own, because I am walking with you through every step of what is unfolding. When you feel uncertain, return to me, and I will guide your thoughts and your choices, because I do not lead you into something meaningful just to leave you standing there without direction. This is not about moving blindly or rushing ahead. This is about recognizing what I am revealing to you and responding with faith instead of fear. The more you trust me, the clearer everything will become, and the less power confusion will have over your heart. You have felt this stirring inside you before, even when you did not know how to explain it, because I have been placing awareness in your spirit long before this moment arrived. I do not bring something important into your life suddenly without first preparing your heart to recognize it, and every small feeling you once ignored was part of that preparation. When you look back, you will begin to notice the signs that were quietly placed along your path, leading you step by step toward this understanding. Nothing about this has been rushed from my side, even though it may feel urgent to you now, because everything I do is precise and timed with purpose. The reason this feels so strong is because it matters more than you understand, and I am calling you to stop dismissing what your heart has already begun to know. You have been trying to understand this only through logic, but this connection was never meant to be understood by the mind alone. It is something deeper, something that reaches your spirit in a way logic cannot fully explain. That is why it continues returning to your thoughts, even when you try to move on or distract yourself with other things. Type 111 if you walk by faith. Why are more than 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they began using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a quiet truth within you that has been growing stronger, and that truth is telling you that this person is not like the others who came and left confusion behind. This person carries a presence that feels different, even if you cannot fully describe it yet. There is a calmness, a familiarity, and a sense that something meaningful is unfolding, and those feelings are not random. They are my way of showing you that this connection is not built on temporary emotions, but on something that has depth and direction. You have been taught by your past to be cautious, to question everything, and to protect yourself from being hurt again, and I do not blame you for that. But you must understand that not every new beginning is a repetition of your past experiences. If you continue to see everything through the lens of old pain, you will struggle to recognize the new things I am bringing into your life. This is why I am speaking to you now, because I want you to see clearly, not through fear, but through faith. There is also something important you need to understand about the timing of this connection, because it did not come to you when you were at your lowest, and it did not appear when you were not ready to grow. It is coming now because you have reached a place where you are strong enough to receive it, even if you still feel uncertain. Growth does not mean you feel completely confident. It means you are willing to move forward, even when you are still learning. This is where you are right now, and this is why I am guiding you so clearly. The name that continues to surface in your thoughts is not something to ignore, and the more you try to push it away, the more it returns, because it is meant to be acknowledged. I am not bringing confusion to you, I'm bringing clarity. And sometimes clarity feels uncomfortable at first, because it challenges what you thought you understood. But once you accept it, you will begin to see everything with new understanding, and the confusion will start to fade away. Type 222 if you trust God. You may also feel a sense of hesitation because you are unsure how this will unfold. And that is natural because you cannot see the full picture yet. But you must remember that you are not meant to see everything at once. You are meant to trust me step by step. If I showed you everything at once, it would overwhelm you, and it would take away the need for faith. Instead, I reveal what you need to know in the moment, and I guide you as you move forward. This person has also been on their own journey, and there are things about their path that you do not fully understand yet. They have faced their own struggles, their own growth, and their own moments of doubt, just like you have. This is part of what makes this connection meaningful, because you are not coming together as perfect individuals, but as people who have been shaped by their experiences and are ready to grow together. This is not about perfection, it is about alignment. You may have already noticed small signs that connect you to this person, moments that felt too meaningful to be random, conversations that seemed to carry more depth than usual, or situations that kept bringing you back to each other. These are not coincidences. They are part of the alignment I have been creating. I do not force connections, I align them. And when something is aligned, it continues to find its way back into your life until it is recognized. There is also something about this connection that will help you see yourself differently, because this person will reflect parts of you that you have not fully embraced yet. They will see value in you where you once saw doubt, and they will remind you of your worth in ways that feel genuine and real. This is important because part of your journey is learning to see yourself the way I see you, and this connection will help you move closer to that understanding. At the same time, you must not place all your focus on the other person, because this is also about your relationship with me. I am guiding you not only toward them, but toward a deeper trust in me, and that trust will shape how you experience this connection. If you try to control everything, you will create tension. But if you trust me, you will experience peace even in moments of uncertainty. This is the difference between walking in fear and walking in faith. You are being asked to remain open, to pay attention, and to respond with awareness instead of avoidance. Do not ignore what you feel, and do not dismiss what keeps returning to your thoughts, because these are not random patterns. They are part of a message that is unfolding within you, and the more you listen, the clearer it will become. I am not hiding anything from you. I am revealing it step by step in a way that allows you to grow as you understand. This is not about rushing into something without thought, but it is also not about standing still out of fear. There is a balance that you must find, a place where you are both aware and willing, both thoughtful and open. This is where you will begin to move forward in the right way, guided by my presence instead of driven by your fears. When you find that balance, everything will start to feel more natural, and the path will become clearer. There is something powerful about the moment you are in right now, because it is a turning point, even if it feels quiet on the outside. What you choose to do with this awareness will shape what comes next, and I'm giving you the guidance you need to move in the right direction. Do not underestimate the importance of this moment, because it carries more meaning than you can currently see. You have spent time questioning your worth, wondering if something real would ever come to you, and now I am showing you that what is meant for you has not passed you by. It has been approaching step by step, guided by my hand, waiting for the moment when your heart was ready to recognize it. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt, and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20 times faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You may still feel unsure, and that is natural because stepping into something new always carries a sense of vulnerability. But you must understand that this is not the same vulnerability that led to your past pain. This is a different kind of openness, one that is supported by my presence and guided by my intention. I am not leading you into uncertainty without direction. I am leading you into something that has been carefully prepared, even if you cannot yet see all the details. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There is something about this person that has already touched your spirit, even if your mind is still trying to catch up with what you feel. You may have noticed that your thoughts return to them without effort, and there is a sense of peace that appears when you allow yourself to consider what this connection might mean. That peace is not random, and it is not something you should ignore. It is my way of confirming that you are not walking into confusion, but into something that carries meaning and truth. You have also been through moments where you questioned whether you could trust your own feelings again, because your past experiences made you cautious. But I am reminding you now that not every feeling is meant to mislead you, and not every connection is meant to hurt you. When I place something in your path, I also give you the discernment to recognize it, and that discernment is what you are beginning to feel now. It is quiet, but it is steady, and it will grow stronger as you continue to listen. The urgency you feel is not meant to pressure you into fear, but to awaken you to the importance of what is unfolding. There are moments in life that carry greater weight, moments where a decision or an awareness can change the direction of everything that follows. This is one of those moments, and that is why I'm calling your attention so clearly. I do not want you to overlook what is meant for you simply because it does not look the way you expected. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You have been looking for something real, something that does not leave you questioning where you stand, and I have heard every silent prayer you have carried. This connection is part of the answer to those prayers, even if it comes in a form that surprises you. Sometimes what you ask for does not arrive in the way you imagined, but it still carries exactly what you need. This is why you must remain open, because what I bring into your life is always aligned with your deeper needs, not just your surface expectations. There is also a reason why the name of this person feels significant, because it is tied to a realization that will shift your perspective. When you allow yourself to accept what I am showing you, you will begin to understand why this connection has been placed in your life. It is not just about companionship. It is about growth, support, and a shared path that will lead you into new experiences. This person will not take away your individuality, but they will stand beside you as you continue to grow into who you are meant to become. You may have already sensed that there is something unfinished between you and this person, something that feels like it has more to unfold. That feeling is not an illusion, and it is not something to dismiss. It is a sign that there is more to this connection than what you have seen so far. I am asking you to pay attention to that feeling because it is part of the guidance I am giving you. At the same time, you must remember that this is not about losing yourself in someone else. I am not asking you to abandon who you are or to depend entirely on another person for your happiness. I am guiding you toward a connection that complements your life, not one that replaces your identity. This is important because true connection does not take away your strength, it strengthens you even more. There will be moments where you feel uncertain about how to move forward, and in those moments, you must return to me. I am your source of clarity, and I will guide you when you feel unsure. You do not have to make every decision all at once, and you do not have to understand everything immediately. All you need to do is remain open, remain aware, and trust that I am leading you in the right direction. This person is also being guided, even if they are not fully aware of it yet. Just as I am speaking to you, I am working in their life as well, preparing them for what is unfolding. This is not a one-sided connection. It is something that is being shaped on both sides, even if the timing of understanding is not exactly the same. This is why patience is important, because not everything reveals itself at once. There is a sense of alignment that will become clearer as you continue to move forward, and you will begin to notice that things start to fall into place in ways that feel natural. Conversations will carry more meaning, moments will feel more significant, and you will start to see how everything connects. This is how you will know that you are walking in the direction I am guiding you toward. You are not being asked to force anything, and you are not being asked to chase something that is not meant for you. What I bring into your life will not require you to lose your peace in order to hold on to it. Instead, it will bring a sense of calm, even as it challenges you to grow. This is how you can recognize what comes from me, because it carries both peace and purpose at the same time. As you continue to listen, you will begin to feel more confident in what you are sensing, and the doubts that once felt overwhelming will start to lose their power. This does not mean that questions will never arise, but it means that those questions will no longer control you. You will be able to move forward with trust, knowing that you are not alone in this journey. There is something beautiful about what is unfolding, even if it still feels uncertain to you now. It is not something to fear, and it is not something to resist. It is something to understand, something to embrace, and something to grow into. I am not leading you into confusion. I am leading you into something that has been carefully prepared for your life. You have walked through confusion before, through connections that left you questioning everything, and now I am leading you into something that will not carry that same weight of uncertainty. This is why I keep speaking with urgency, because what is unfolding now is not meant to be ignored or delayed. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work? Just the right words. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public. And now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have spent time trying to protect your heart, and that protection came from experiences that taught you to be careful. But there is a difference between wisdom and fear. Wisdom helps you move with awareness, but fear keeps you from moving at all. And I am asking you to release the fear while holding on to the wisdom. This connection I am showing you is not asking you to abandon your sense of caution. It is asking you to trust what you feel when it is guided by my presence. The more you lean into that trust, the more you will begin to see the difference between what is safe to open to and what is not. Type 555 to receive guidance. There is something important about the way this person enters your thoughts, because it is not forced and it does not come with pressure. It arrives gently, sometimes unexpectedly, and it carries a sense of familiarity that you cannot easily explain. That familiarity is not something new being created in this moment. It is something that has been quietly forming beneath the surface, waiting for you to recognize it. I do not create connections without purpose, and I do not allow something to grow within you unless it carries meaning. You may have tried to dismiss this person at first, placing them in a category that felt safe, one that did not require you to look deeper. But now you are beginning to realize that there is more to them than you allowed yourself to see. And that realization is part of what I am bringing to your attention. Sometimes what is meant for you is hidden in plain sight, not because it is meant to be overlooked, but because the timing for understanding has not yet arrived. Now, that time is here, and I am opening your awareness so you can see clearly. There is also a reason why this feels urgent, and it is not because something will be taken from you suddenly, but because opportunities have seasons. When something is ready to be recognized, it carries a moment where awareness must meet action, and if that moment is ignored, it can pass quietly. I do not want you to miss what I am placing before you, simply because you hesitate too long or allow doubt to take control. This is why I am calling you to listen now, to pay attention now, and to respond with awareness instead of avoidance. Type 888 if you accept divine timing. You are not being asked to rush into something without understanding, but you are being asked to stop pretending that you do not feel what you clearly feel. Denial can sometimes feel like safety, but it often keeps you from stepping into what is meant for you. I am not asking you to force anything. I am asking you to acknowledge what is already present and to allow yourself to explore it with honesty. When you do this, you will begin to see that what you once felt unsure about starts to become clearer. This person is not perfect, and neither are you. But what makes this connection meaningful is not perfection. It is alignment. You both carry experiences that have shaped you, lessons that have changed you, and growth that has prepared you for something more stable and real. When two people come together with that kind of understanding, the connection is not built on illusion. It is built on something real enough to grow. This is part of what I am bringing into your life. Something that can develop with time, not something that disappears quickly. You may notice that when you think about this person, a sense of calm appears even alongside the uncertainty. That calm matters, because it is my way of reminding you that you are not stepping into chaos. Even when you feel unsure, there is still a part of you that feels peace around the possibility of this connection, and that is not something you should dismiss. It is a sign that what is unfolding carries a sense of rightness, even while you are still learning to understand it. There will be moments when your mind tries to return to old patterns, questioning everything and searching for reasons to pull back. This is where you must stay aware, because not every thought that enters your mind is meant to guide you. Some thoughts come from past experiences that no longer belong to where you are now. I am asking you to discern the difference, to recognize when a thought is coming from fear and when it is coming from truth. This is also a moment where your relationship with me becomes even more important, because I am the source of your clarity. When you feel uncertain, do not withdraw. Come closer to me, and I will guide your understanding. I do not leave you to figure things out alone, and I do not give direction without support. The more you remain connected to me, the steadier you will feel as new things begin to unfold. There is something about this connection that will help you grow in ways you have not yet experienced, and that growth may not always feel comfortable, but it will be meaningful. You will learn more about yourself, about how you connect with others, and about what it means to build something that is not controlled by fear. This is part of the journey I am leading you into, and it carries both challenge and reward. You are also being reminded that you do not need to have every detail figured out before taking a step forward. Growth happens as you move, not before you begin, and this is something you are learning now. If you wait until everything feels completely certain, you may never move at all, because certainty is something that develops over time. What you have now is enough to begin, and I will continue guiding you as you go. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because more than 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing quickly. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, and a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There is a deeper level of trust that is being built within you. And that trust is not just in this connection, it is in me. I am teaching you to rely on my guidance instead of your fears, and that lesson will shape not only this part of your life, but everything that follows. When you learn to trust me in moments like this, you carry that trust into every other area of your life. This is not something small, and it is not something to overlook, because what I am placing before you carries purpose. You are being guided into something that has the potential to bring stability, growth, and a sense of companionship that you have been seeking. Do not let hesitation cause you to miss what is meant for you, and do not allow old fears to define new opportunities. There is something within you that is beginning to settle. A quiet awareness that this is not something you can continue to ignore. You have reached a point where the feeling has become too consistent to dismiss, too steady to label as coincidence. I have allowed this awareness to grow gently, not all at once, because I know your heart needed time to adjust, to heal, and to become ready to receive something new. Now that you are here, I am asking you to recognize what is already forming within you, because this is the beginning of something that will not fade as easily as the things that came before. You have spent time questioning whether you can trust yourself again, whether your instincts are reliable after everything you have experienced. I am reminding you now that your ability to discern has not been taken from you. It has been refined. Every experience you went through has shaped your understanding, and now you are in a place where you can recognize what is different. This connection feels different because it is different, and that is why it continues to draw your attention back to it. Type 333 to align with God. There is a depth to this that goes beyond surface attraction or temporary emotion, and you can feel that even if you do not fully understand it yet, it is not loud or overwhelming, but it is steady and present, and that steadiness is what makes it real. I do not build things on unstable foundations, and what I am placing before you is meant to grow over time, not disappear suddenly. This is why you are being asked to pay attention, because what is steady can sometimes be overlooked when you are used to things that come with intensity and confusion. You may also feel a sense of vulnerability rising within you, a hesitation that asks whether opening your heart again is worth the risk. I understand that hesitation, because I have seen the moments that made you cautious. But I am not leading you into the same kind of risk that hurt you before. I am leading you into something that carries my guidance and my protection. This does not mean there will never be challenges, but it means those challenges will not break you. They will strengthen you. Type 666 to release fear. There is something important about the way this person interacts with your life, because it does not feel forced or unnatural. Even when you try to create distance, something continues to bring your awareness back, not in a way that feels overwhelming, but in a way that feels consistent. That consistency is not something to overlook, because it is part of how I align things that are meant to be recognized. What is meant for you will not always come with noise. Sometimes it comes quietly and remains until you are ready to see it clearly. You may begin to notice that your understanding of this person starts to shift, that you see qualities you did not fully notice before, or that you begin to appreciate aspects of them that once seemed ordinary. This shift is part of what I am doing, because I am helping you see beyond the surface and into what truly matters. When you begin to see with clarity, you will understand why this connection has been placed in your life at this time. There is also a sense of timing that you must trust, because not everything will unfold immediately. I am not asking you to rush into something without allowing it to develop naturally, but I am asking you not to resist what is clearly being revealed. There is a balance between patience and awareness, and that balance is where you will find peace. When you trust my timing, you will not feel the need to force anything, and you will not feel the need to hold back out of fear. You are being guided into a space where you can experience connection without losing your sense of self, and that is important. In the past, you may have felt like you had to give too much of yourself in order to keep something, but that is not what I am bringing into your life now. This connection will not require you to shrink or to become someone you are not. Instead, it will allow you to grow into who you are meant to be while being supported by someone who sees that growth as something valuable. There is a level of honesty that will begin to develop between you and this person, and that honesty will create a foundation that is strong. You will not feel the need to hide who you are, and you will not feel the need to pretend in order to be accepted. This is how you will know that what is forming is real, because it will allow you to be fully yourself without fear of losing the connection. That kind of freedom is not something that comes from illusion, it comes from something genuine. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may still have moments where doubt tries to return, where you question whether this is truly what I am showing you. In those moments, I want you to pause and return to the feeling of peace that you have experienced when you allowed yourself to consider this connection. That peace is your confirmation, and it will guide you back to what is true when your mind tries to lead you elsewhere. Do not let temporary thoughts override the deeper awareness that has been growing within you. There is also something about this connection that will bring a sense of stability into your life, something that you have been longing for without fully realizing it. It will not feel like a constant struggle, and it will not leave you questioning your place. Instead, it will create a space where you can feel grounded, where you can feel supported, and where you can build something that lasts. This is part of what I have been preparing for you, even when you felt like nothing was changing. You are not being led into something uncertain without direction. You are being led into something that has been carefully aligned. Every step you take from here will bring more clarity, and the more you trust me, the more confident you will become in what you are experiencing. This is not about blind faith. It is about a growing understanding that comes from listening and observing what is unfolding around you. There is still more to be revealed, and this is only part of what I am showing you. As you continue to move forward, you will begin to see how everything connects, how moments that once seemed separate start to form a clear picture. This is how you will understand that what you are experiencing is not random. It is intentional, and it is guided by something greater than your current understanding. You have tried to push it aside at times, telling yourself that it is easier not to think about it, but the feeling keeps returning because it is meant to be seen. This is how I guide you, not with force, but with persistence that gently brings your attention back to what matters. There is something happening within your heart, and it is a shift from uncertainty toward recognition. You are starting to understand that what you feel is not random, and that there is a reason this person continues to come into your thoughts. I am not placing confusion before you. I am placing clarity. But clarity sometimes feels unfamiliar when you have been used to doubt. This is why I am speaking to you in a way that is direct and clear, so you do not mistake what is being revealed. Type 999 to receive clarity. You may have wondered why this connection feels different from what you have experienced before, and the answer is simple: because it is built on something deeper. It is not driven by temporary excitement or uncertainty, but by a steady presence that grows over chaotic. And this is why it does not leave you feeling lost. What I am bringing into your life carries peace alongside its growth, and that peace is something you should not ignore. There is also something about the way this person sees you that will begin to stand out more clearly as you continue to pay attention. They do not see you through the lens of your past mistakes or your insecurities, but through a perspective that values who you are becoming. This is important because part of your journey is learning to see yourself in a new way, and this connection will help you move toward that understanding. When someone reflects your worth back to you, it becomes easier to believe in it. Type 444 to accept divine direction. You are being guided to notice the small details, the moments that may seem simple but carry meaning when you look closer. A conversation that feels deeper than usual, a moment of silence that feels comfortable instead of awkward, or a sense of ease that you cannot explain. These are not things to overlook, because they are part of how I show you that something real is forming. What is genuine often reveals itself in quiet ways, not through loud signs but through consistent presence. You may also feel a growing sense of courage, even if it is small, a willingness to consider what this connection could become. That courage is not coming from nowhere. It is something I am placing within you so you can begin to move forward. I do not expect you to have complete confidence immediately, but I am giving you enough strength to take each step as it comes. The more you move forward with trust, the stronger that courage will become. There will be moments where your mind tries to return to old patterns, where it questions everything and looks for reasons to step back. In those moments, I want you to remember that not every thought deserves your attention. Some thoughts come from past experiences that are no longer part of your present, and holding on to them will only keep you from moving forward. You are not the same person you were before, and you are not meant to live as if nothing has changed. This connection is also, though, not something that requires you to rush or to force outcomes, because what is meant to grow will develop in its own time. I am not asking you to control every detail. I am asking you to remain open and aware as things unfold naturally. When you allow things to grow without pressure, you create space for something real to take shape. This is how you build something that lasts, not by forcing it, but by allowing it to develop with care. You may begin to notice that your understanding of this person deepens as time passes, that you see more of who they are beyond what you first noticed. This is part of the process, because true connection is not built on first impressions alone, it is built on continued understanding. As you see more, you will begin to appreciate the qualities that make this person unique, and you will understand why they have been placed in your life. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There is also something about this connection that will bring a sense of balance into your life. Something that feels steady instead of overwhelming. You will not feel like you are losing yourself, and you will not feel like you are constantly trying to prove your worth. Instead, there will be a sense of mutual understanding, a space where both of you can grow without fear. This is what I want for you, something that supports you instead of draining you. You are not being led into something uncertain without purpose. You are being led into something that has been carefully aligned with your path. Every step you take from here will reveal more, and the more you trust me, the more clearly you will see what is unfolding. I am not asking you to ignore your thoughts, but I am asking you to listen to your spirit, because that is where I am guiding you most clearly. There is still more to come. More understanding, more clarity, and more moments that will confirm what you are beginning to see. This is not the end of what I am revealing to you. It is part of a process that will continue to unfold as you move forward. The more you remain open, the more you will recognize how is coming together in a way that makes sense. Do not let doubt take away what is being shown to you. And do not allow hesitation to stop you from stepping into what is meant for you. You are being guided with care, and you are not alone in this journey. What is unfolding is not something to fear. It is something to embrace with trust and understanding. You have been learning how to listen more closely to what is happening within you, and that is not a small step. There was a time when you would have pushed this aside completely, choosing comfort over truth. But you are no longer in that place. You have grown, even in ways you did not fully notice, and that growth is what allows you to recognize this connection now. I do not reveal things to you before you are ready to understand them, and the fact that you are seeing this now is a sign that you have reached a new level of awareness. Type 111 to receive confirmation. There is something about the way this person fits into your life that will begin to feel more natural as you allow yourself to accept it. You may have tried to place distance between you and them, thinking that it would make things simpler, but the connection has remained unchanged by your attempts to ignore it. That persistence is not something you should overlook, because what is not meant for you does not stay in this way. When something continues to return with calm and consistency, it carries meaning. You may also begin to notice that your perspective on this person is shifting, that you are seeing qualities that you did not fully recognize before. This is part of what I am doing, because I am helping you see beyond your first impressions and into something deeper. When you begin to see clearly, you will understand why this connection has remained present even when you tried to move past it. Clarity often comes in layers, and you are now reaching a point where those layers are beginning to unfold. Type 1313 to accept this path. You are not being asked to ignore your thoughts or your concerns, but you are being asked to place them in the right position. Your thoughts should not control your actions. They should be guided by your understanding, and your understanding should be guided by me. When you allow fear to lead, it will always find reasons to hold you back. But when you allow trust to guide you, you will find the strength to move forward. This is the shift that is happening within you now, a movement from fear toward trust. There is also something important about the way this connection will grow, because it will not feel forced or unnatural. You will not have to struggle to maintain it, and you will not feel like you are constantly questioning where you stand. Instead, there will be a sense of ease, even as things develop, and that ease is a sign that what you are experiencing is real. I do not build things on confusion, and I do not bring connections into your life that leave you feeling uncertain without reason. You may still have moments where doubt tries to return, where you question whether this is truly what I am guiding you toward. In those moments, I want you to remember how this has felt from the beginning, not the uncertainty, but the consistency. What is real remains even when you try to push it away, and that is what you are experiencing now. This connection has not faded. It has stayed, and that is something you should pay attention to. There is also a sense of timing that you must trust, because not everything will reveal itself all at once. I am not asking you to rush into something without understanding, but I am asking you not to delay what is clearly being shown to you. There is a balance between patience and action, and that balance is where you will find peace. When you trust my timing, you will not feel the need to force anything, and you will not feel the need to hold back out of fear. You are being guided into a space where you can experience something that carries both stability and growth. Something that allows you to feel secure while still moving forward. This is important because you have experienced connections that lacked one or the other, leaving you feeling either overwhelmed or unfulfilled. What I am bringing into your life now is different because it carries both, and that is what will allow it to last. There is also something about the way this person understands you that will begin to stand out more clearly. They will not require you to explain yourself constantly, and they will not misunderstand your intentions in a way that creates unnecessary tension. Instead, there will be a sense of mutual understanding, a connection that feels natural instead of forced. This is how you will know that what is forming is real, because it will not require you to become someone you are not. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful, ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You may begin to feel a growing sense of peace when you think about what this connection could become, and that peace is not something to ignore. It is my way of confirming that you are not stepping into something that will harm you, but into something that has been prepared with care. Even when you feel uncertain, that peace will remain, and it will guide you back to what is true. There is still more that will unfold, more clarity that will come, and more moments that will confirm what you are beginning to understand. This is not the end of what I am revealing to you. It is part of a process that will continue as you move forward. The more you remain open, the more you will see how everything is coming together in a way that makes sense. Do not let hesitation cause you to miss what is being placed before you, and do not allow old fears to define new opportunities. You are not the same person you were before, and you are not meant to live as if nothing has changed. What is unfolding now is part of your growth, part of your journey, and part of the life that I have been preparing for you. I am guiding your awareness so that you no longer walk in confusion about this connection, but begin to recognize it for what it truly is. What once felt uncertain is now becoming clearer, and what once felt distant is now drawing closer to your understanding. You have come through seasons where you doubted whether something real could ever remain in your life without breaking or fading, and those doubts shaped the way you saw everything that came after. But I am not allowing those old patterns to define what I am doing now, because this is not a continuation of your past. This is a new direction. You must not look at this connection through the lens of what hurt you before, because if you do, you will struggle to see the truth of what is being placed before you. I am asking you to see with fresh understanding, not with old fear. Type 1414 to embrace new beginnings. There is something powerful about the way this person continues to appear in your awareness, not with force, but with consistency that cannot be ignored. You may try to focus on other things, but there is always a moment when your thoughts return, not in a way that feels overwhelming, but in a way that feels natural. This is not something you created, and it is not something that will disappear on its own, because it is part of what I am revealing to you. When something is meant to be recognized, it will remain present until you acknowledge it. You may begin to see that this connection carries a sense of balance that you have not experienced before, something that does not leave you questioning your place or your worth. Instead, it creates a space where you feel seen and understood, even in ways you did not expect. This is how you will know that what I am showing you is real, because it will not take away your peace. It will add to it. I do not bring something into your life that creates confusion without purpose, and what I am placing before you carries clarity, even if it is still unfolding. Type 1515 to walk in trust. You are also being guided to release the need to control every outcome, because control often comes from fear, and fear will keep you from fully experiencing what is meant for you. I am not asking you to move blindly, but I am asking you to trust that you are not walking alone. When you allow me to guide you, you will find that things begin to unfold in ways that feel natural and steady. This is how you will recognize my presence in this connection, not through pressure, but through peace. There is something about the way this person will continue to reveal themselves to you, not all at once, but in moments that allow you to understand them more deeply over time. You will begin to notice the way they speak, the way they respond, and the way they carry themselves, and each of these details will add to your understanding. This is not a connection that relies on illusion. It is one that reveals itself through consistency and honesty. The more you observe, the more you will see why this has been placed in your life. You may still have moments where doubt tries to return, where your mind looks for reasons to step back or to question what you feel. In those moments, I want you to remember that doubt often speaks loudly, but truth remains steady. What you have felt about this connection has not changed, even when your thoughts have shifted, and that is important. Truth does not vanish just because you question it. It stays in place, waiting for you to recognize it again. There is also a deeper peace beginning to grow inside you as you continue accepting what I am showing you. This peace does not depend on outside confirmation. It rises from within, and it will guide you whenever uncertainty begins to return. When you come back to that peace, you will find clarity again, and you will remember that you are not being led into something harmful, but into something filled with purpose. This is how I guide you, not through confusion, but through calm assurance. You are not being asked to rush forward without understanding, but you are being asked not to delay what is already becoming clear. There is a point where awareness must become action, and that point is drawing near. I am preparing your heart so that when that moment arrives, you will be ready to respond with trust instead of hesitation. This is why I have been leading you step by step, so you will not feel lost when it is time to move forward. Why are more than 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they began using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of the brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, and life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it is spreading quickly and could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. There is something meaningful about the way this connection will grow, because it will not require you to become someone else in order to keep it. You will not feel like you must prove your worth, and you will not feel like you are constantly trying to hold everything together. Instead, there will be a sense of mutual understanding, a connection that feels balanced, honest, and real. This is part of what I have been preparing for you, something that strengthens you instead of draining you. You may also begin to understand that this connection is not only about what you receive, but also about what you give. A balance will begin to form, where both of you contribute to the growth of what is being built. This will not be one-sided, and it will not leave you feeling empty. It will allow both of you to grow, to learn, and to move forward together in a way that feels natural. There is still more to unfold, more clarity to come, and more moments that will confirm what you are beginning to understand. This is not the end of what I am revealing to you. It is part of a process that will continue as you move forward. The more open you remain, the more clearly you will see how everything connects, and the more confident you will become in what you are experiencing. Do not let fear take away what is being shown to you, and do not let hesitation keep you from stepping into what is meant for you. You are being guided with care, and you are not alone in this journey. What is unfolding carries meaning, and it holds the potential to grow into something that brings a new sense of stability and peace into your life. You are now reaching a point where the awareness within you is no longer quiet, but steady and clear, like a light that refuses to dim, no matter how much you try to ignore it. I have been patient with your process, allowing you to move through doubt, hesitation, and reflection, because I knew your heart needed time to fully recognize what I have been placing before you. Now that you are here, I am asking you to stop treating this as something uncertain and begin to see it as something real. What you feel is not confusion. It is clarity rising in a way you can no longer push aside. There is a difference between something that comes and goes and something that remains, and what you are experiencing now has remained through every moment of questioning. You have tried to reason with it, explain it away, and distract yourself from it, but it continues to return with the same calm presence.